Yo, what's up guys, and welcome to another 7 Nights Rebirth video. In today's video guys, I've been asked this question a lot and I'm gonna be answering it for you guys. I'm gonna give you the full guide on raids, which are the best teams and what are the gears that needed for them, because a lot of people don't know what the teams are and some of them does, but they don't know what they should equip their characters with the gears. So I'm gonna give you all the teams, the organizations of it, and every single character what gears you want, like the best options, so you can have a good and clear raids for your raids. So I hope you enjoyed the video and let's begin. So if we go to the raid for the destroyer guys, sorry, right here, the best one that you can run here is gonna be this team right here: Lena, Yuri, and Ivan, Rachel, and also Shane. So basically Shane is your main DPS, like she is going to be your main DPS, and basically you wanna use her as your main DPS. Mostly you can use other as an FTP. You can use for example, let's say Jupi. You can use Jupi instead, but not so good of like after 10 and above, like even 9. So basically you want Shane. Shane is the best DPS here, and the teams that is going to be for this is going to be Ivan, Yui, Rachel, Biscuit, and Shane. So you want 2 healers and buffers. She buffs the damage, she buffs the attack as well. Right here, if you see, she gives physical damage boost, and this one gives and damage dealt more and also decreases the defense. That doesn't matter, but you know, still good and usable. So both heals, both damages are buffers slash healers. Ivan is to tank as much as possible because you need tanks, because he deals a lot of AoE damage. So Ivan is your best choice here. Even up to the last stages, Ivan can still be good here. Rudy maybe can be put in if he's well invested. But Ivan proved to be very strong here and very useful with his shields and his block rate that he gives to the team. Rachel, we need her for her burn damage. She decreases his attack and she also decreases his damage dealt, and she also give burn on him stack, so that's actually really good to use as well. So what are the gears? So you want to use literally a block rate for both of your Rachel and and the others. Let's speak about Rachel first. So Rachel needs a lot of block rate sets with HP on here, or defense plus, anything that can help her out. Even effect hit rate for her burn, like her burn really has 100% chance, but like anything defensive will be better, like HP and stuff, and also defensive stats in here. And on your other gears, you either go with block rate or you either go with all attack, so she can deal some damage. But the most like I'm using all attack now because I don't have a good block rate set yet, but the best is to use the block set to get as much block rate as you can, because block rate, if you don't know what block rate is, the higher a hero block rate is, the more likely they are to block damage from an enemy. When a block occurs, the hero takes 50% less damage. So that is basically what block rate is. So you want this to be as much tanky as you want. And also a substitute option, that like damage taken reduction can be a substitute if you don't have a good block rate yet. But when you get a good block rate, actually it's gonna be good to use block rate instead of damage taken reduction. But damage taken reduction is gonna be so good as well to use. For your Ivan, you want a full defense set and as much defense as you can. As you can see, all my gears has defense stats over here, and also having a defense stat in the substat also helps a lot. HP, defense, effect resistance, all of this stuff really helps to actually have on your Ivan. For Shane, her gears is not here yet. I exchanged it for a bit, but basically you want the crit rate set, and you want to have as much crit rate and crit damage as possible, as you can. This is basically his best to go. So basically, she deals damage to 570% of her physical attack. So also having Bow's armor on all attack is what you want, because you want to increase her physical attack as much as possible. Don't look at this one. This one I just put it on show. The best ones is the all attack, which is I give to other, and I don't want to get them now. So basically, you want your armor all attack, crit rate, crit damage, all attack percentage. This is the best that you can get on the substats as well. And on your weapons, you want to get the crit rate sets as well. For example, something like this. You want one crit rate, and you want to get her crit rate as much as possible to be big. If you manage to get her crit rate so good from the armor substat to one weapon substat, you definitely want to go and keep going for it, and like definitely keep rolling for like crit rate if you can get some good ones. And then in your other weapon, go for crit damage instead. Where is the crit damage? Wait a second. I have a spot there. Where is my baby? Here she is. You wanna go for crit damage instead, and it has to like has all attack, crit damage, crit rate. This is the best. If it has only crit rate and crit damage, it's optimal and good enough. But try to get on attack as well in them, and the percentage not flat. This one I'm gonna change. Sadly, it's perfect, but the crit rate is a little bit low and the attack is flat. And I don't want to affect hit rate, and actually got a bonus there, so that's what we don't want. But basically, you want crit rate and crit damage, and the crit rate set to use here as well. So basically, this is the first set. Now when you start farming the snake, okay, when you start farming the snake and you have a good enough of a snake, you want to go for, you can go for the damage dealt one, but it had to have a lot of crit rate and a lot of crit damage as well, because you have no crit rate, you have no crit chance, you have nothing of that. So you want it to have as much as crit damage and crit rate, and of course the armors all on attack as well. You put here the damage dealt on the damage dealt. That can be a set to be used. And then another set that you can go with is effect hit, weakness hit chance, because her weakness hit chance is kinda good and can be used for. What you want to do is, if you want to play her hybrid, and you see it like you have a great gears like this, like you have for example one weapon and one armor that are weakness hit chance, and they are so good. You can play them and put two other, like another set of damage dealt, so half weakness hit chance, half damage dealt also can be done. Doing only crit rate on your weapon, one full crit rate and one full crit damage as much as possible, and the other armors full attack and also crit rate and crit damage bonuses as well. Now for your Yuri, you want to go with block rate set when she's only 2 gear and have as much HP and reduction damage taken as possible. But when you have 4 gears on her, you want to go the full HP set, because it will increases her healing. If we go right here and put the HP, so it will increases her HP by 40%, and you want to have as much HP on her as possible to survive and for the healing. And here healing received increased by 20%. You will increases the outcome of the healing. So this is the most optimal sets for the healers. And you want to do on your weapons HP, and also on your armors, you can either go HP or you can go reduction damage taken. And I advise personally with damage taken reduction, because you have a full set of HP and your weapons are both HP. So put the reduction, the damage taken reduction on it. It will be so worthwhile, because when you make it to plus 15, it's gonna be like 15-16% reduction damage taken. And Bow's armor is gonna be 32 reduction damage taken, and that's gonna be huge. So much better than a 32-35 block rate. It's gonna be beneficial more because you don't have a full block rate set and all of that. So it's gonna be so much beneficial. Now for Lena is the same, literally the same as Yuri. The same gearing set, just go with HP set, HP in here, and that reduction damage taken in here as well. So this is basically like the best dragon set that you can go with. Even the sets, the gears, and the dragon team as well. Now for the Ox King, we have the best team that I really love. and it's like literally the best team. So basically in here you change and put Biscuit. Okay, this team is 10-15 team. Like it's the best 10-15 team to go to auto and to actually deal more damage, because Espada is gonna be beneficial a lot from the 15% more physical damage you're gonna do on them. She's gonna reduce the physical damage taken by 15, and also like the most important thing is a boss damage boost, 30% more damage on bosses, and 44 freaking weakness hit chance. And that's gonna be huge for your Espada. So basically, you wanna go this team, Daisy, for the block buff. She have a block buff, as you can see right here. She's gonna be taking the enemy buffs as well. Sorry, here. That was like this skill. 100% chance to inflict one buff removal. So when the Ox King summons the mobs, they're gonna have a very high buff that's gonna let them take less damage. So Daisy will take it off so she can wipe them off. She killed them immediately, all of them. She take the buff and kill them. So she's the most optimal one to actually using them. This is a 10-15 team, okay? If you, from 1 to 9, you can just go and use Black Rose instead. I don't have her because I sacrificed her. I don't know if I got her again. I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't. I probably don't. Okay, so it's gonna be Black Rose instead that she's gonna be using instead of Daisy. Okay, and Lina. This is stage 1 to 9 that you can do. It's actually possible, but Black Rose here. And when you get up to 10 and above, it's going to be Biscuit and this team right here. Okay, so your Biscuit you wanna use as the block rate set on her, because you just want her buffs and you want her to be tanky as much as possible, and you want to put some defenses on her woes weapons, defense percentage, and on her block rate set, reduction damage taken, or you can go with more defense and defense, but it doesn't really work for raid, it works for something else. But for raid, you can actually go with reduction damage taken, and here as much defense stats and other like defense, effect, hit resistance, and all of that stuff, and some block rate is gonna be great as well. Like mine, as you can see, is so bad, like don't look at them. I'm still working on it. And basically that's the Biscuit set. For Daisy, you wanna go with the crit rate set, as you can see right here, and equip crit rate as much as possible. For me, I don't have the full set yet, so I'm using anything here now. Just when I have the full gears, I'm gonna make the set for her. So full crit rate of set. Crit rate, because you want her to crit. If she doesn't crit, she doesn't kill the mobs. So you want as much crit and crit damage as possible. As you can see, 64% crit rate and 172 crit damage. I have Nina, so 13 more crit rate, so 74, 77 crit rate, so it's more than enough, and she always crit, and that's good enough for me. So that's pretty it what you want. And reduction damage taken on the other set. So reduction damage taken, I've seen that is so much better than a block rate if it's not a full block rate set, because 30% block rate is less beneficial than 32, 35 reduction damage taken. And now for Espada, you wanna go with the crit rate set in here, and you want to have as much crit damage as possible. Okay, have as much crit damage possible in here, because she does on the crit damage and some weakness hit chance. Like I have only 10, I'm working on it as well. Weakness hit chance, crit damage, and try to get as much as possible in the substats here a crit rate. So if it pops to 12% instead of crit damage here, crit rate, that's what you really want. You can go that, and then you will have a high crit rate, because her passive gives her 40% crit rate when she kills the mobs. When the mobs dies, she's gonna get 40%. So I have 39 here. It's gonna be 69, 69, sorry. No, 79, yes. And 30%, let's count it a little bit more. I'm so bad at math. So 39, 49, 59, 69, 79. Yes, 79. It's gonna be 79%, 13% from Nina, 89, 92% of crit rate I have, so she's gonna crit anyway, and 262 crit damage. That's what I'm using, and I cleared stage 10 so easily. Okay, so this is what you want to use on her when this comes to crit rate set. Okay, and later on, when you have When you start, you can also farm the snake if you're good farming the snake. Also going with damage dealt set is pretty good, and also going with a weakness hit chance set is really good. You can go 2 weakness set, 2 damage dealt, or you can go full damage dealt and crit rate and crit damage on both of your weapons. 1 crit rate, 1 crit damage, because she's not gonna have crit rate from the set. Only the less, the 15%, so you want some crit rate on your weapons, not only crit damage. And the armors is gonna be all attack, as you can see, and as much as all attack, crit damage, and crit rate as possible. I have everything but crit rate, but all good. So that is for Spada. For Ivan, we explained. Now for Karen, you can go him both ways. You can go with him on attack set, the attack set, this one right here. Oops. You can go with this set right here because he heals as much attack as he have. So you can go this set, and what you wanna do is you wanna go and put HP on them as much as possible, and the walls of the weapons, and the armors reduction damage taken. Or you can go with the block rate set, so he can survive and he gives less heals. But trust me, I tried and seen that his heals are still huge with block rate, but it's all up to you. And also HP on the weapons and reduction damage taken on the armors for Karen. Okay, Karen is a great use in here because he will heal all your team, and he have the bleed immunity as well from the enemies, and he also will give you a lot of heals. And if you make him T6, his second skill will heal 3 people as well. His ultimate will heal everyone, and it will reset the cooldown to 91, as you can see if you have it more than T6. So basically really great to use in here as well. Now for the Iron Devourer. So basically for the Iron Devourer, what we want to use in here is basically Pascal. I'm gonna actually show you in the, because I don't have the team. I'm not farming it yet because Pascal hates me so much. Like, this guy hates me so much. He doesn't want me. He's showing off on me for some reason. He's like, I'm not gonna come to you. I'm gonna stay not coming to you. So basically, it's gonna be 1 second. Sorry. It's gonna be Lina. Let's delete this one right here. Okay. So it's gonna be, let's take this off because I was just using whatever, just to do finish 4 stages. Okay, so it's, where is Lina? Lina, Lucy, and it's going to be Biscuit as well. And then it's going to be Victoria. You want Victoria in here, and I'm gonna explain why. You want Victoria, and then you want Pascal in here. Imagine that Pascal is in here, okay? And I'm gonna pop an image in front of you anyway to show it to you as well. So basically, what you want, Lina we explained, Biscuit we explained. Now we're gonna explain for Lucy. So basically, if you can see here, Lucy's gonna remove a debuff from you. It's gonna enhances your defenses. She also have poison immunity, and as you know, the snake have poison because it's a snake. So she have a poison. And then she also heals all of our allies. That's why she's used here, to clear us from poison, to remove a debuff on us if we have debuffs on us, and also to give us some defensive stats. So what you want on her is similar to Lina and Lucy, as Lina and Yuri. The full HP set with HP on the weapons, and HP reduction damage taken on the armors. Victoria is the block rate set, and the HP on the first ones. And then if you can see here, why we're using Victoria, sorry, because she from paralyzes immunity, he can paralyze you, so we're using paralyze immunity. She also decreases physical damage taken by 22, so that's actually perfect for the snake. She also increases the magic attack, so she's gonna increases Pascal damage, give it a good boost. And she also magic vulnerability on the enemy, so your Pascal can deal a lot of good damage. That's why she's used here as well. Full block rate set, HP for this, and reduction damage on the armor. And Pascal, we were gonna be using, I'm gonna like say whatever, this is Pascal, let's say, okay, please stay here. Okay. You wanna use on Pascal, like his best set is the damage dealt set. Like this is his best set. But but you can use him on a crit rate set just before you finish, like start making a damage deal. So you go with a crit rate set and you want to use as much crit rate and crit damage as possible for his kit. And in the armors you want all attack as well, like the same as any DPSers. All attack, crit rate, and some weakness hit chance, and also crit rate and crit damage. So what is the deal here? The deal here is that you want weakness hit chance as much as possible on him if you want to run this team that I'm showing right here without an Asura. Okay? If you want to run it without an Asura, you want a lot of weakness hit chance on your team. So this is why Biscuit is here. Biscuit is gonna be here to increase 44% of the weakness hit chance, and you want to put in your gears, if it's crit rate or damage dealt, as much weakness hit chance as possible. If you seem necessary, it's a little bit gonna be not so good, but in the beginning you put a crit rate in one weapon and weakness hit chance in another. You want at least to have from 90% to 100% to be more accurate. So he always go and hit the snake, the main head, because the snake has three heads, and you want to hit the main head. So you have two options: 100% weakness hit chance Pascal, or an Asura right here. Why Asura? Because Asura is gonna be putting focus on the target. She's the only one with focus, and focus is gonna make the main target becomes the target of all enemy attacks with the exception of counter attacks, etc, etc. So she's gonna make the main head always the focus. So your Pascal is always gonna attack the snake. But if you have a full 100% weakness hit chance Pascal, he's gonna always go for the main head with the weakness hit chance. So that's really it. Okay, so like I said, the damage dealt one, as much as weakness hit chance and as much as crit rate and crit damage as possible, and the armor always all attack and as much as substats like weakness hit chance, crit rate, crit damage, all attack. This is the perfect one that you can get, but the priority go for crit rate and weakness hit chance if you can do at all. And of course in here what comes as note if you don't have a legendary pet, so he increases your magic attack as well. So this is basically all the raids that I can give you and all the sets and everything that I know about the raids. So I hope that you enjoyed the video and I hope that it helped. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Your body to you as you guys. Peace.